Greetings. Today I want to talk about how the U.S. Senate and the House conduct their hearings. I just got done watching this shit show in the Senate where they had HHS Secretary Bobby Kennedy Jr. in for questioning, but the questioning turned out to be a personal attack on the man. He was not allowed to respond or answer any of the questions put forth by Democrats. When he tried to, they cut him off. They throw lies and accusations at him, and he had no chance to answer any of his questions. Even some of the Republicans were in on this shit. Now, in my opinion, every committee that pulls anyone in front of them for questioning, be it House, Senate, Democrat, or Republican, they all do it. They need to allow ample time for the person to respond to their questions. In my opinion, if you give a congressman or a senator 5 minutes for questioning, the person they're questioning should have 5 minutes to respond to every question. But that's not the way our government works. They just want to put their agenda forward, spew their lies, and not let the person respond. Although Bobby did pull up a good point, I believe it was Elizabeth Warren was accusing him of accepting money from Big Pharma, which is a lie. And he threw out the fact that she has accepted money from Big Pharma. Well, after hearing that, I did some looking in myself, and I found some interesting facts. Here's a list of the top 20 in the House and the Senate who have received money from Big Pharma. Let's start with the House of Representatives. Brett Guthrie, a Republican from Kentucky, has received $534,102 from Big Pharma. Scott Peters, a Democrat from California, has received $351,378. Lisa Blunt Rochester, a Democrat from Delaware, has received $331,402. Ruben Gallego, a Democrat from Arizona, $326,292. Colin Allred, Democrat from Texas, $320,535. Frank Pallone Jr., Democrat from New Jersey, $301,888. Jason Smith, Republican from Missouri, $283,846. Richard Hudson, Republican from North Carolina, $283,045. Kathleen Clark, Democrat from Massachusetts, $274,109. Buddy Carter, Republican from Georgia, $249,099. Now let's move over to the Senate. Bob Casey, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, has received $624,574. John Tester, Democrat from Montana, $576,423. Sherrod Brown, Democrat from Ohio, $478,109. Jackie Rosen, Democrat from New York, $341,471. Bill Cassidy, Republican from Louisiana, $329,842. Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee, $320,655. Tommy Baldwin, Democrat from Wisconsin, $258,558. These were all donations made to our members of Congress during the 23 and 24 election cycle. Now for the big three. Let's start off with Elizabeth Warren. Over her career thus far, she's received over $5 million from the health industry, health professionals, hospitals, and Big Pharma. speaking Big Pharma, they contributed $625,000 to her campaign between 23 and 24. James Lankford, Republican from Oklahoma, between $700,000 and $800,000 between 2019 and 2024 from the healthcare industry and Big Pharma. Now, some of the big contributors to him were GE Healthcare, Procter & Gamble, and Johnson & Johnson. But the biggest one that I can find thus far, old Chucky Schumer. You wonder why he's been in office for so long? Well, it's estimated that over his career, he's received between $1.5 and $2 million from Big Pharma. Between 2017 and 2022 election cycle, he received $417,000. Tell me our government's not on the take from Big Pharma. We need to do something. You need to contact your representatives, contact the president, and tell them they need to kick every person out of the House and the Senate who has received money from Big Pharma, because they're definitely influencing the way they vote on different bills regarding pharmaceuticals. And in the future, if you accept money from pharmaceutical companies, you don't need to be in our government. That's just the way I see it. President Trump, I'm asking you, get these swamp rats out of our government. Thank you for your attention to this matter.